What up, y'all? I'm back with another video, and I'm here to review Drake's new studio album, Views. Not Views from the Six, Views. It was Views from the Six, and he just titled it Views. I listened to it on YouTube, actually. Not on Apple Music, or get it off iTunes. Title, none of that. It's exclusively on Apple Music for like the first week, and I went to OVO Sound Radio to listen to it, then just went to the YouTube link, and I listened to the whole thing. I had a couple re-listens because the rebroadcast is not up, but you can easily just go back to the song. So I listened to this album twice actually. And first off, I want to say I'm seeing a lot of people say 2 to 4 out of 10. Then I see 6 to 7 out of 10. Of course, there are people saying 10 or 9. They're 8.5s, but overall, I'm seeing 6s out of 10, 6 to 7 out of 10. And some people are saying this album is very depressing to them. If you ask me, this album is very uplifting, very well, not even uplifting really, just very catchy, poppy, and dancey. It's very shit. What can I say? When they say depressing, I think they're meaning as they expected this album to be way more than what it was. It was 19 tracks long, well, 20 Hotline Bling bonus track, but I think people were saying it's depressing as far as they were expecting way more than what they got. And I can see that. Because after a while, you get tired of hearing the broken up bits of dialogue and background vocals on some of Drake's songs, which you get all over here. Um, but the beats are they're very dancey, make you want to get up. But let's go ahead and get into the album. I'll do the track for track review like usual. Then we do the whole album as a whole. Track number 1, Keep the Family Close. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is one of the few songs on here where I'm like, this takes me back to Take Care, which is one of my favorite, my favorite Drake project. And what can I say? It's pretty self-explanatory saying that keep the family close. He can't rely on his friends or his, something about his friends who became, let's just be friends. He can't depend on them. That's why he should have kept his family close. It's like, damn. It reminds me of Take Care in a sense. But to be honest, I'm getting what I like about this album. I'm getting some of Thank Me Later, Take Care, and Nothing Was the Same. And a little bit of If You're Reading This Is Too Late, and some of it of What a Time to Be Alive as well. But track number 9. I was not the biggest fan of this song, but it was still cool. Now track number 3, You With Me. I like the hook on that song right there. Not necessarily the whole song, but the hook. And like with this song, with almost every other Drake song, very emotional, album, emotional, talking about feelings and this girl. And what I told my friend while we were listening to this album, I guess kind of together, sometimes I don't know if Drake is talking to a boy or a girl when he's quote unquote rapping. I'm like, did he just, like, with every few bars, does he switch does he turn his head around and talk to a different person? I'm like, huh. This is something else. But that is also unique. Every few bars, you sound like you're talking to a different person, or you have a different tone in your voice, or you're just a different perspective with every few bars. That is unique. I have to give him that. Check number 4, Feel No Ways. I like that song. I really like that song right there. Is it one of the most memorable? Yes. Actually, a lot of the songs on here are memorable, and I have to say with this album, like with almost every Drake album, project, I found myself loving the beats more than Drake's lyrics. This is one of those songs where I'm like, huh, I'm liking the whole song. Track number 5, Hype. Well, what can I say? 1985, he produced this with Boy Wonder, so I'm happy about that. And this is a hype ass song. This shit is turned the fuck up. I mean, when I saw the because I was checking the chat during every song, everybody was loving Hype. No one was hating on Hype. Even the people who said this album was straight trash and was worse than Life of Pablo, the flop. It's like, everybody's digging this one track in particular as far as we got with that, because that's how far we got into this. Track number 6, Western Road Flows. Favorite track on this album without question. I mean, this beat is just something else. I mean, a lot of these beats kind of remind me of If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, but that one song in particular, 6 p.m. in New York. It's like, damn. And like I said, you get used to the background vocals with Drake What my friend actually said something about that actually. He said he doesn't get the weird dialogue bits in the background, but who cares? Well, he didn't say in the background, but I know what he's saying. The weird dialogue bits he's talking about in the background. We've been getting that from Drake for as far as I know since Take Care. I did hear most of Take Me Later, but I don't think there were any like dialogue background vocals. But I actually like that. Reminds me of Over My Dead Body. Some of Look What You've Done off Take Care. Track number 7, Redemption. I love that track. It's about Drake is talking about this girl, how redemption's always on the mind when she sees him or thinks about him. It's always redemption on the mind. Track number 8, With You, featuring Party Next Door. This I like the beat, not necessarily the lyrics, but it's still a cool song. Now, track number 9, Faithful, featuring Pimp C and DVSN. I really enjoyed this track. The Pimp C feature was not that long. It's not even like really a whole verse from him. You probably got the straight 16, but that's it. But damn, I was expecting like more of a feature. But I'm glad Drake got Pimp C on here. I love this beat. Drake did his thing. But this dude DVSN. Most people are saying this isn't Drake featuring Pimp C and DVSN. This is DVSN featuring Drake and Pimp C. I'm like, oh, god damn, okay then. But I can see what they're saying that, because when he comes in near the end, it's like, wow. Okay then. Track number 10, Still Here. Really enjoy this track here too. It's one of the more not as memorable, but you can remember this, but not like you would Controller, even though that was released as one of the singles. Or was it? It's not listed as one of the singles actually. But track number 11, Controller, featuring Popcorn. See, this is this is what I'm talking about. I love this beat, but Drake has got me like, you know, no, controller. And I don't even remember hearing this Popcorn dude coming in at it, boy or girl. I don't remember them coming in at one point at all. Track number 12, One Dance, featuring Wizkid and Kyla. Okay, this is that. Actually, you know what? This is the exception. One song that I'm not fucking with. The beat is my shit, but the song, the lyrics, the Wizkid and Kyla. I don't know who these dudes are anyway. Uh, what can I say? I'm just not there. I'm just not there with this track right here. Track number 13, Grammys. This is what I'm talking about. You sound like you're getting some off of What a Time to Be Alive. Who is it featuring? Future. And Drake did his thing. This is one of them beats where I'm like, but Future comes in and does what Future does. He lets you know that he's on the track. And he sounds so retarded. Like in the beginning, he's talking like, and then he gets to his verse. It's like, you think I want a Grammy? They want a Grammy. They want a Grammy. I'm like, shit, what the fuck is this nigga doing? But it's the regular Future. It's the same old Future that everybody loves or hates. With Future, you're either gonna love or hate him. And I just laugh at him with this one right here. I'm like, shit. Track number 14, Child's Play. This takes me back to Take Care of again. Like with this album, I'm getting a whole. You get one of every season actually. Well, not really spring, but it sounds like a summer album, but at the same time, it sounds like something you bump mainly in the wintertime. Well, the fall going into the wintertime. And that's what Take Care reminds me of. Something you listen to around that time of the year. To have this drop, like really, right at the beginning of spring, it's like, damn. Then you got the whole Summer 16 tour with Future. Shit. Pop Style. Okay, it's not featuring the Throne, even though it says it's featuring the Throne on the OVO Sound Radio. Well, no. Well, yeah, on the OVO Sound Radio, it's not featuring the Throne, Jay-Z and Kanye. It's just him. And I like the beat. It kind of bangs, but it's kind of weird and spacey, but I can dig that. Oh, nobody. All my niggas want to do a pop style. I'm like, Drake. Boy. Okay, that's one song I can say. I'm like, yeah, and along with One Dance. So look at that. Singles, I'm not really feeling like that. Anyway, track number 16, Too Good, featuring Rihanna. Finally, Rihanna that I'm digging again. Because I remember when she first came out, I really liked Rihanna. But then I was like, what is she doing now? But then she was kind of getting experimental with herself, her music. And I wasn't really feeling that. I don't mind artists getting experimental, but be good with it. Not saying she wasn't good, I just wasn't messing with it. But with this, I'm like, damn, that's what I'm talking about. Track number 17, Summer's Over Interlude. Man, this is so wavy and out there, and it's exactly what I love. That's the thing about this album. Um, you there's not a concept or a subject behind this, but you know what? I'll get into that when I'm done with the whole track for track review. Track number 18, Fire and Desire. Man, Drake, his vocals on here are something else. This is when I'm like, okay, Drake, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I like this right here. And the whole, again, with the dialogue bits, except it sounds more like sampled in or whatever it could have been. I'm really enjoying that. Along with Views, the last track on here before the bonus track, Hotline Bling. Views is something else. And it's like, huh. It kind of sounds the same, but I'm liking that. But what? And you know, track number 20, Hotline Bling. We all know what Hotline Bling is. Drake is reminiscing about a girl who used to always call him when she was lonely, but now she's not calling him anymore. He's like, well, damn, I'm lonely now. But some notes that because it's so fresh in my mind after listening to this album, and I guess you could call notes with some talks that I'm having with some of my boys. One in particular, who's probably watching this right now. You know who you are. There was something on here I put in. Shit, where is it at? Oh, here it is. And this is when I talked about how I keep seeing 2 out of 4 out of 10, 2 to 4 out of 10. And I see what people are saying when they say this is not depressing. If you mean depressing as far as like you wanted something more, it sounds too much like the old Drake or new Drake that you're just not digging. I can see that, but at the same time, it's like, nah, come on now. What I'm saying is, it's the same subject slash concepts without any subjects slash concepts being put behind it. It's not a subject or conceptual album, but it has the same base as a project. But it's not put there intentionally. I mean, it is, but it's not like it's planned to. But at the end of the day, it's just good music, and that's what this album is. The beats and the I mean, yes, it is the same Drake, Drake as far as bass subject goes, and the beats are like kind of remind you of beats you've heard off of every Drake project. Not necessarily so much Thank Me Later, but you do get bits and pieces of Take Care. You get some of Nothing Was the Same. Some people are saying this is Take Care 2.0. No, it's not. You definitely get a lot of If You're Reading This Is Too Late. But you also get that modern day, this is a new Drake project type of feel. And you do get some of What a Time to Be Alive and just a small bit of Thank Me Later, but just not as much as the other projects. But at the end of the day, yes, this is just good music. Is it gonna blow your mind? No. Is it Take Care? No, 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 no. Is it Nothing Was the Same? No. Musically, it is better than Nothing Was the Same, but I like Nothing Was the Same better as far as emotional Drake goes. Even though it's the same subjects, I think he did the subjects better on Nothing Was the Same. If you read This Is Too Late, yeah, he even said that himself. It's like a mixtape, more for turn up, but also being serious at the same time. What a Time to Be Alive, yeah, it only took 2 weeks. It was recorded in Drake's hotel room, I believe, as he said on the OVO Sound interview with forget the dude's name, but yes, same Drake as far as subject goes. It's not gonna blow your mind. It's not gonna be Take Care. It's not all that. It's not monumental. It's not to Pimp a Butterfly. It's not Take Care, which is Drake's closest thing to a classic. I think this is a great fourth album. I think it's a comeback album for Drake. Nothing Was the Same. People thought he was kind of falling off, like he was being lazy, was starting from the bottom and things like that. And it was only 13 tracks long because he gives you this 19 tracks long. And this was to let him know this is his spring and his summer going into the fall as well. Who knows what he has planned? He says he has songs ready to drop in the summer as well. They can just drop whenever. They're just in the stash. But overall for this album, same subjects from Drake, not monumental, over the top. Just musically, sound production. It's just the production it's just sonic. You bring back 1985, Noah 40, of course, Metro Boomin, some other dudes on here actually. Southside was on here on one of these. I swear he was. Southside was, huh? Boy Wonder, of course. So it's like same in-house producers, um, same concepts, but not intentional concepts. Great music as far as beats, same subjects, and I can see why people say they're depressed with this album, but it's not depressing like as a mindset emotionally. It's not depressing that way. I think people are saying it sounds too much of the same, but it does. It reminds me of every former, well, past Drake project, but it also gives you some of the new Drake. But I can say it was a bit of a letdown because I was thinking. I mean, I really enjoyed this album, but this was a bit of a letdown as far as I'm thinking. Like, yo, this could have been way more monumental. The way it was being hyped up, not by Drake, but by his fans. That's the thing about Drake. He won't hype you up, but his fans will hype you up for his projects. It's like, wow, I'm just gonna listen to Drake from now on. Fuck his fans. But yeah, I can see when people say this is a letdown because it does sound like a bit of a lot of former past Drake, but at the same time it's still new Drake, and yeah, it does sound the same. And yes, we do get bits of every past project, but still, it is still an enjoyable project. I have to give Drake that. This is a good album. Now, how will this put? I think people remember this album. They will really remember this. Like they'll remember this way more than Nothing Was the Same. Will he top it with the next project? I don't know. I really don't know. I think this is a great comeback album for Drake. Not like he left, but still great comeback album for Drake. Since from Nothing Was the Same, after dropping Nothing Was the Same to being silent with just singles, then dropping If You're Reading This Is Too Late, then What a Time to Be Alive, to have this. It's like, all right, I'm number one. And Drake is number one again. He's reclaiming the throne. I have to give this album a shit. I have to give this album a 78 out of 100. It was a really enjoyable album. Just great, really sound, sonic, good music. Like I said, same subjects and concepts, but not intentionally. Just the same Drake. Same Drake as far as getting bits and pieces of sounds from past projects, but also the new project, Views. My more monumental as far as production and sound on this album, but not as really the subject because it's the same Drake. But he is kind of expanding a little bit more. I'll give him that. So yeah, 78 out of 100. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to hit the like button if you like this video. Share the video. Subscribe if you're new. Get me on Twitter, Facebook, AudioMax, SoundCloud, Instagram. Hit up my email for business or anything. If you want me to review your project, I'll be happy to. Donate to DynamicJAB@gmail.com through PayPal if you want to support my movements as far as YouTube, music, entertainment, etc. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.